Run in. Board in it.
The time is 9 minutes before 8 o'clock the evening of 23rd April 1945 when Flight Lieutenant Alexander Turnbull opened the throttles for takeoff from Tarrant Rushton in Dorset in southwest England. The destination is a small frozen marsh on top of mountain Mikkelsberget in Grue, about 100 kilometers northeast of Oslo in Norway. The 5 other crew members on board the Halifax NA337 are flight engineer Amon Bassett, navigator Walter Mitchell, wireless operator Alec Nyler, rear gunner Thomas Weightman, and bomb aimer Gordon Tuckett. When out of the coast of Norfolk, they are setting course for the northern part of Denmark, and then across Skagerrak, before they are heading for Mikkelsberget in Norway. The day before, platoon leader in Grue, Asbjørn Furuberg, had received a coded message over BBC, which meant dropping of supplies the next night. Second in command for the 13-man-strong resistance group was Halvarsund, who is telling what happened when NA337, as the second Halifax over Mikkelsberget that night, arrived over the dropping zone at 1:30 after midnight. Yes, it was 2 aircraft. The first one arrived from south, what we expected. We gave a light signal and the aircraft dropped from some few hundred meters. From Mikkelsberget, NA337 continued westwards on its way back to England. Unfortunately, some few minutes later, it came overhead Minnesund Bridge, where a German anti-aircraft gun opened fire. A single shell hit the Hali between the 2 engines on starboard wing. But now, the destiny of NA337 was sealed. Yes, I shared bedroom with my brother and woke up in the middle of the night of some strange sound from an aircraft. The NA337 was not very low on altitude. In the early morning, a worker on a nearby farm, Hamar, Kåre Løvli, heard shouting for help from the lake. He rowed out in a boat, finding Thomas Weightman bitterly frozen without boots and socks, on the top of an upside-down dinghy. 4 other men was found dead in the ice-cold water. Weightman was taken to the kitchen on the farm, where he got dry clothes and food. But shortly after, he was arrested by 2 German soldiers who arrived on a motorbike and a local police officer. In 1980, Mr. Mjøsa, who was director of an hydroelectric company in Hamar, together with Rolf Lieberg, started searching in a small scale for a Halifax in Mjøsa. And then, with the help of Jan Erik Kleven, we got a bigger boat. And that is how he was involved in the project. One day we saw an article about some new sonar equipment for searching underwater. It was from the Continental Shelf Institute in Trondheim. And in connection to some other business, I asked them for a meeting, and they was very much interested. One morning some few weeks later, without some further agreement, a man turned up on my office, telling me that all the equipment needed was just outside the door. And that was the beginning for the final outcome of the job. Yes, after just a day or 2, they found the Halifax on the bottom at nearly 240 meters. Yes, of course, we was first thinking about Norway, to get the Halifax rescued and restored in this country. But no one, neither museums nor authorities, wanted to use money on the project. But so, one day in early 1994, I was contacted by a Canadian airliner pilot, Carl Kjærsgaard, on behalf of a Canadian veteran organization. In the meantime, Jan Erik Kleven, Tore Marsjø and Rolf Riberg have got erected a memorial on the shore of Gjøvik and Stange. The unveiling took place on the Norwegian National Day, the 17th of May 1995.
Og det var slik at de norske hjemmestyrker de fikk under krigen etter hvert stor.
And the memorial unveiled by the local commander Bjørn Fredriksen. And among the honorable guests was tail gunner Thomas Weightman and 5 close family members of flight engineer Amund Bassett.
And Mr. Kleven and
Sunday, the 10th of September, a beautiful autumn day in 1995. Along the beach, a lot of spectators waiting impatient to get the first glimpse of the NA337 after more than 50 years on the bottom of the lake. And so, the first sight for those on the shore, the starboard wing barely over the surface. And after a while, also the main fuselage of the Halifax NA337. Now a great relief for all involved, not at least for the president in the Halifax Aircraft Association, Jeffery and Tore Marsjø.
We're almost drained of feeling. It's been such a tremendous experience that our feelings now are a little bit numb, aren't they? Sure. But it's so exciting to see this happen.
All the way treated with respect, since it was a possibility to find remains after Amund Bassett inside the aircraft. But nothing was found. In 1999 in Trenton, Canada. And most impressive of all, those who have taxes under the war.
And I would guess that from the day it left Norway till it's finished, we're about halfway there.
about halfway.
Today was meant to happen. 60 years ago, today was meant to happen. 60 years ago, Weightman and Turnbull landed this aircraft in the lake. 60 years ago, Tor Marshall, a 17-year-old lad, woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and heard an aircraft flying over his house in Hamar.
Take care of the
prepare the report as a symbol of thankfulness. Congratulations to the perfect. It's a great day for all of us. Thank you for attention.
In mid-July of 1995, when Major Jim Keisley
to the stars up to the skies, second and the time is coming, rolling thunder from above. Open curtains!
They are George Buck, Harry. On behalf of my wife Caroline, who happens to be Bill's daughter, which I guess makes me his son-in-law. And I'm also the son-in-law of Bart Tytrulo.
And pass this nation to our children. Let us also pass them an understanding that this precious
will remain a prominent fixture within this fabulous museum for many years to come. We must also pause to acknowledge the service of their country. Amen.
During this presentation, I'll give you the names of the crew of NA337.
Elaine in 347, Rudolf Lepal, de ceux qui sont morts en Haïti, vient de 145 dans l'empressement du Halifax NA337.
Please remain standing, ladies and gentlemen, for the departure of our dignitaries.
We can now go home and realize that in perpetuity this aircraft will be here in our memory. And thank you, Norway.